the point, I'm Preeti Chaudhary. Fair amounts of news today, viewers. The top courts taking down of the top bank of the country where electoral bonds are concerned. The CAA notified and the politics around it, but also both the BJP and the Congress right now huddled in to decide the second list less than a month and a half, or rather 4 or 5 days also, where the election dates to be announced are concerned, and a month and a half to active election campaigning. Both BJP and Congress have their crucial CEC meet today. Both BJP and Congress have entered election mode clearly, leaving no stones unturned for the mega battle. Both parties have scheduled the second CEC meet today in the national capital. The key BJP meet will be attended by Prime Minister Modi, Amit Shah, JP Nadda and other core committee members of the party. Chief ministers of BJP-ruled states will also attend the meet to approve the second list of candidates for more than 150 Lok Sabha seats across various states. Mind you, the BJP way ahead of the Congress, because where announcing the names of candidates is concerned. Congress is just on 39 in the first list. Congress CEC will decide now on the second list, and hopefully there'll be more number of names. Names from several states like Delhi, Rajasthan, Haryana, and remaining names from Kerala, Telangana will be clear. No, UP will not be discussed, so we still won't know whether Rahul Gandhi will fight from Amethi or Priyanka Gandhi will enter the battleground of Raebareli. Meanwhile, after KC Venugopal, it is expected all heavyweights are likely to be fielded in northern India. So will the big guns finally boom in northern India? Most of them rather apprehensive. Rahul Gandhi, who was not present in the first CEC, is expected to join today. Let's cut across to both our reporters. Maushmi Singh joins us live from the Congress headquarters. On the other hand, Poulomi will be joining us from the Bharatiya Janata Party headquarters. Maushmi, what can we expect? What's on the cards? What are the states being discussed? If Rajasthan, Haryana and other than Uttar Pradesh states being discussed, then will the big guns fight where the names of Gehlot, Sachin Pilot are concerned?
Right, Preeti, we know that around 60 seats are being discussed, and these include Gujarat, Rajasthan, also the names of the leftovers in the previous CEC would be deliberated upon. Uttarakhand, one of the important states, of course the Union Territory of Daman-Diu, we've already broken that Ketan Patel could get that seat. But apart from that, the key states are Uttarakhand, Rajasthan, Gujarat and Assam. These are the states that are being discussed. Clearly, the states where the Congress is in alliance have been kept for a later day. Interestingly, Haryana was to be discussed, but it's not come on the discussion table today. Apparently, yesterday, after the joining of Vijayendra Singh, who switched over from the BJP, there's been a little bit of tussle in the state of Haryana. So that's been postponed, and UP is still, kept for a later date.
All right, UP kept for a later day. Thanks, Maushmi, for joining us. And possibly that tussle of Birendra Singh's son, Vijayendra Singh, is concerned is over the seat of Hisar. He's a sitting MP from Hisar, from BJP. But Poulomi, I want to bring you in. What can we expect from the BJP camp today where the second list comes into question?
Well, Preeti, we are expecting discussions on Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, Himachal Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, as well as Telangana, Bihar, Chandigarh and Maharashtra seats to be discussed. At least we're sure that these are states where seats and candidate selection will be discussed at the Central Election Committee meeting, which is to officially begin in a short while from now after the Prime Minister arrives here at the BJP headquarters. Maharashtra, remember, is going to be significant, 48 seats as far as Lok Sabha is concerned. There was seat sharing negotiations that happened just a couple of days ago. NDA leaders met with Mr. Amit Shah from Maharashtra, of course. That included the Chief Minister Eknath Shinde and Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis and Ajit Pawar. A seat sharing formula has more or less been arrived at, which possibly gives the BJP about 28 to 32 seats, Eknath Shinde about 10 to 12 seats, and NCP Ajit Pawar faction between 6 to 8 seats as far as those 48 Lok Sabha seats are concerned. Today, of course, earlier this morning there was there was buzz that possibly there could be a second round of NDA leaders meeting of Maharashtra. That didn't happen, but a BJP core group met under, of course, the leadership of Devendra Fadnavis and, the state president Chandrakant Bavankhule. So that is also expected to take place today. Maharashtra, of course, I'm specifically mentioning because it's one of those states which has not declared any candidates at the moment. So that is going to be significant. So Karnataka as well is going to be extremely significant because we're hearing that a lot of sitting MPs could possibly lose their tickets as well. The BJP is going to be extremely aggressive in its candidate selection when it comes to Karnataka.
Thanks, Poulomi, for that latest update. We're going to keep coming back to you for more. Let's cut across to our political panel. Dr. Guru Prakash Paswan, National Spokesperson, BJP; Sujata Paul, Spokesperson, Congress; Ashutosh, author, political analyst; Sanjay Singh, consultant editor, IANS. Dr. Guru Prakash Paswan, it does seem that even though you're way ahead of the Congress in terms of announcing the first list in terms of sheer numbers, because the Congress stands at a paltry 39, at least where the first list announcement is concerned, but it's not away from trouble because it does seem the Mahayuti not too happy with the kind of seat sharing arrangement that is being reached where Maharashtra is concerned on the 48 seats.
No, Preeti, I think there are a couple of things through which I would like to respond to your concern. Number one, we are way ahead of Congress, not only in terms of declaration of candidates, in terms of clarity, in terms of vision, in terms of roadmap. We have been way ahead of them on so many multiple counts, on so many multiple platforms in the last 10 years. As far as the discussions are concerned, definitely, you see, there are 543 seats. The seats are limited, but the aspirants are many. And that is the problem which any political party or any political Gadbandhan will face. That is a very natural problem. And the conversations is going. The conversation in Maharashtra, the conversation in Bihar, obviously the 195 seats where the candidature have been declared, they are more or less 1 versus 1, BJP versus Congress. But states like Maharashtra and Bihar, from where I come, there are multiple stakeholders. Like, for instance, in Maharashtra, you see there is a faction of NCP, there is a faction of Shiv Sena UBT. In Bihar, there are two factions of Lok Janshakti Party, erstwhile Lok Janshakti Party. There is one Hindustan Awam Morcha, there is one Upendra Kushwaha ji who has to be accommodated. So I think everyone would like to join the bandwagon of victory. And this is very natural, this is very obvious. But as far as the Bharatiya Janata Party is concerned, we have a vision, we have an imagination, and today we have a leadership which is consulting with every single party. You see, there are core committee meetings happening on an everyday basis. We are seeing only a couple of weeks ago, RLD chief Mr. Jayant Chaudhary having a one-on-one meeting with Amit Shah ji, and that declaration of candidature in Meerut and Bagpat that came across. So it does take time, but as far as we are concerned, the elections are not yet announced. We are looking forward to the press conference by the Election Commission of India. But before the elections are announced, as and when things become clearer, there would be absolutely no problem. People are willing to join the NDA under the vision and the leadership of Prime Minister Modi. And there is absolutely, we don't see any particular problem, any quagmire when it comes to the distribution of seats.
All right, Sujata Paul, the fact is, and I'm sure you'll also admit, ma'am, the problem is quite the contrary to what the BJP's problem is. If BJP has a problem of plenty of wanting to fight on seats, you have the opposite, because your top leadership is refusing to get into the Lok Sabha battlefield. The likes of Ashok Gehlot, the likes of, Bhupinder Singh Hooda, Sachin Pilot, a little averse of fighting the Lok Sabha elections. They are happy to campaign but not contest.
Absolutely not. And let's be very clear that on every seat we have a number of aspirants, and that is why the party is taking its time and studying each profile carefully, because we want to give the best to people, and we have to choose from the very, very good ones, if I may call them, better than the other. So we have a tough task at hand, because here we are looking at a party which has been breaking other parties, which has and like the BJP spokesperson just mentioned, he's talking about factions. We're not talking about factions. We are talking about our allies also. So when we spoke about our first list, it might have been only 39, but as you know that our yatra has also been going on, which will soon come to its conclusion. And when we talk about our candidates now, we are also seeing how there are leaders of the BJP who are breaking away from the BJP, like Mr. Rahul Kaswan from Churu. He was the BJP MP from Churu. He's joined the Congress party. You look at Mr. Bijinder Singh from Hisar. He has also joined the Congress party. So the BJP might be breaking parties and taking people by using the pressure of EDIT, etc. But for us, people are coming.
Sujata Paul, I'm going to come back to the question. Ma'am, allow me, as I bring in Ashutosh and Sanjay Singh into this conversation, I will come back to the question that will your top guns fight, because there's a huge question mark on that. But Sanjay Singh, where the BJP is concerned, do you see this as smart gameplay or, in terms of diminishing your allies, where the word is that in a lot of states, they will have on their symbol an ally contender fight?
Strategically and politically, that's a very interesting situation when you make somebody stand on your symbol. Of course, they are allies, but when they come to your fold and you make them agree to stand on your symbol and perhaps win, he is a BJP member in the House, and therefore he has to abide by the party whip, and therefore his kind of any dissent or anything is sealed for next 5 years. So that's a smart move, and that has happened in many states, including Uttar Pradesh, including Bihar and some other places. Now, today is their second meeting of Central Election Committee. It would be very interesting, perhaps more than the first list, because in first list we had some names which had to be there, and they announced it that way. Of course, there are a few surprises. In the second list, I think there could be more surprises, and one would actually look forward to see as to what is there. So people would look forward to Congress's kind of second list. And when it comes to mother of all battle, which is going to happen, if I may, in 3, 4, 5 states, which is Bihar, which is Uttar Pradesh, which is West Bengal, and Maharashtra again is very important. BJP, of course, is trying to breach boundaries in southern India. That remains a fact. But when you talk about Uttar Pradesh and Congress, CEC is also meeting. And popular anticipation would also be very high as to what happens about Atlanta and Raebareli.
All right, Ashutosh, I want to pull you in. At this juncture, Ashutosh, what at least for the Congress would be essential is if the top guns boom in the Hindi heartland, irrespective of what the political fortunes can be. Because the understanding we are getting in is that the top leadership of the Congress, be it state leadership like Mr. Gehlot, Mr. Pilot, of course, Dipinder Hooda is fighting, but where Bhupinder Hooda is concerned, or even a Priyanka Gandhi in Raebareli, a little apprehensive to actually take the political plunge. This doesn't augur well for the party.
Preeti, before answering the question, let me draw a little parallel with the cricket. It's like India and England are fighting with each other, and it is claimed that India's bench strength is very strong, but they are trying to import players from the England. It's something like that. If BJP's bench strength is so good, then why it needs the politicians and the leaders from other political parties? That shows its weakness. Now I'm coming back to the question you asked. The question is very simple. Today the Congress party, North India, is in a very pathetic situation. They might be having a 38% vote share or the 40% vote share, but when the Lok Sabha election is there, BJP, the Congress party, does not know how to confront the phenomenon called Narendra Modi in North India. And at the last 2 consecutive elections, it is seen that almost 90% seats are going to the BJP, and the Congress is not in a position to stop it. So, what can be the strategy? Obviously, the top guns of the Congress party has to fight elections. If Ashok Gehlot, Sachin Pilot, people like them, if they decide to contest election, irrespective of the fact whether they are going to win or lose, because in electoral politics, nobody can claim that he's contesting election and he's going to win for sure. It's something like that. So you never know when Ashok Gehlot and Sachin Pilot, the top leaders, are contesting elections. First of all, it enthuses your cadre at the ground level. And when the cadre sees that their own top leaders are taking risk, boldly fighting BJP, boldly fighting Narendra Modi. So it makes a lot of difference.
Okay.
But if they shirk from the responsibility, that sends a very bad signal. And it is in this context, I've always been saying that Rahul Gandhi, come what may, whether he's going to lose, whether he's going to win, he should contest election from Amethi. Priyanka Gandhi should contest election from Raebareli.
Right.
If they are seen not to be contesting from there, then the message will be very, very clear.
But
that
Ashutosh,
they are running away, have
you
they are not
right.
bold enough to face.
But there's a fine line between should and would, and right now I think both of them are standing right in the middle of that, because it seems it doesn't look like at least Priyanka Gandhi is looking to fight from Raebareli. So would she fight? Well, right now at least what seems to suggest is no. But the other leaders, they've been shirking, and we're going to take that question to Sujata Paul, but I want to bring in Dr. Guru Prakash Paswan again. Dr. Paswan, you do know, right now in political circles, especially across who covers what party, the joke is in the BJP, agar Congress ka hai to mala dal do. You're in silent. Dr. Paswan, you're in silence, sir. Yeah. There's a problem with your audio. Okay, we're going to try and fix. Okay, Dr. Paswan, we'll just come right back to you. We're going to fix your audio. And let's take that question to Sujata Paul first, and we'll come back to Dr. Guru Prakash Paswan. Sujata Paul, it is essential today, if in any which way you want to fight in the Hindi heartland and you want to give up the right message to your cadre and to your voters essentially, that your top leadership takes to the ground and fight this election. Because the true essence of a politician is to come through Lok Sabha and fight the election, especially where the top leadership is concerned, ma'am.
If you do, you're damned. I mean, if you don't, you're damned. And why do I say that? Because if you talk about our senior leaders, a lot of questions have been raised on them by our friends in the media and by various people as to why they're not giving space for the younger lot. And so therefore, I take your question well, and I also appreciate the fact that you're talking about the senior leaders. And of course, the cadres do want our senior leaders to be contesting. And let me give you one little example. I come from Uttarakhand, and on one of the seats, our senior leader has been saying that, yeah, we have many contenders, and these are younger ones, and they are new ones, and they are aspirants. And we all want that particular person to contest. And I'm talking about a specific person, Mr. Ganesh Bodial. So, all the candidates are excellent. All the aspirants, rather, are excellent. But yes, the seniors are always looked towards, and I am sure that in this list, you will find many of our senior leaders' names also. Rest assured.
Okay.
Yes.
Sujata Paul, we'll wait for that. But when I said senior, doesn't really mean older. The likes of Sachin Pilot, likes of Priyanka Gandhi or Rahul Gandhi from Amethi supposed to be your youth icons. They might be senior, but if they are going to shirk fighting in election, what's the messaging there? Dr. Guru Prakash Paswan, if we have you back, that question is, or what even Ashutosh seemed to suggest, that if your bench strength is so strong, why do you need the Congress or any other ally? And what I pointed out was there's a sense, at least in political circles, that get whoever you can on your side before the election.
No, I don't think I agree with you, Preeti, on that, because if you do a detailed analysis of the first list of the 195 candidates, I don't think there are less than 1% people who have come from the other political parties. I think more or less they're from the Bharatiya Janata Party itself. Look from New Delhi. You just look at New Delhi. All the people who are contesting the Lok Sabha election from New Delhi, the 5 seats that have been declared, all of them are Bharatiya Janata Party leaders. I can give you other examples such as that. But as far as narrative is concerned, this narrative is being pushed that we are importing people from other political parties. You cannot stop anyone. See, whenever election comes, the politics of Aya Ram and politics of Gaya Ram has been there in operation for so long. But I'm happy that Ashutosh ji makes this comparison of India and England, and he says Congress party is England, and he has made it in a very healthy spirit. I welcome that. Madam Sujata Paul was making an argument that Mr. Rahul Kaswan has left the Bharatiya Janata Party. Yes, he has left the Bharatiya Janata Party, madam, but I think that's a very sticky wicket for you. Himanta Biswa Sharma, Jyotiraditya Scindia, Jitin Prasada, RPN Singh, so many people in the past have deserted Congress party because they were feeling suffocated in the Congress party. The debate is not that. The Bharatiya Janata Party today is the world's largest political party. our bench strength is unparalleled. Our bench strength, we have a lot of people with a lot of merit, people with a lot of competent as well. And that is the reason in 2014, in 2019, we have seen such a remarkable mandate for the Bharatiya Janata Party. So we don't need to import people. And number two, the question on alliance is concerned, Preeti, we have to understand that we come from the tradition of Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji. Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji is the same person who gave coalition a status of dharma. He used to say, Gadbandhan dharma hota hai hamare liye. Gadbandhan is not just a matter of politics, but Gadbandhan is a matter of dharma for us. And he has ran a coalition of people like Mamata Banerjee, Farooq Abdullah, DMK. Even today we are seeing in Andhra Pradesh, TDP, Janasena, all of them are coming.
But
to NDA.
fair enough.
I think that is a more welcome step.
But Dr. Guru Prakash Paswan, fair enough, but you yourself know that the coalition dharma of Mr. Vajpayee is very different to the coalition dharma of these years, because I'll only give you, for example, the number of NDA meets that you've had. The only NDA meet that you've had is twice, which has happened only in the last 1 year, sir. But I'll come back to that, and I want to bring in both Sanjay Singh as well as Ashutosh back into this conversation. Sanjay Singh, do you think the fact... All right, okay. Okay, so Sanjay Singh, I want to bring you back into this conversation. In seats like Churu, in in possible Haryana, Hisar, it might have caused an upheaval in the local Congress unit, but all of this could come together seat by seat and possibly take away from the BJP.
See, in my experience, when it comes to parliamentary election, and the way at least Narendra Modi has said the BJP and he talks to the electorate, it is ultimately who you are voting for. I've gone to places, seen people who would be actually very critical of the candidate. I have found that in Delhi, I have found that outside, I have found that in Rajasthan, I have found that in Bihar, I have found that in UP, they are very critical of the candidate. But ultimately they say, ये मोदी के लिए है, बीजेपी के लिए है, उनको PM बनाना है या बीजेपी के लिए वोट है. This I have seen happening on the ground. About the another thing which Ashutosh, my senior in the profession, was, I don't think the analogy with India-England match was the right one. India won the match, historical win of 4-1. So that is besides the point. A very comprehensive victory India has over, and that too, and there is nationality issue also. But there was one very interesting point. I heard Pinarayi Vijayan, Kerala Chief Minister, Congress's national ally, opponent in Kerala. He counted 11 names of former Congress chief ministers who have joined BJP. So that was a very interesting thing to hear. I had not counted that, but he can't list it out. Saying
but But okay, Ashutosh, with all that, one might say, the Congress, if they're so confident about their bench strength, why bring in the Congress leaders? But the fact is, if you look at the scenario, they're also being brave. And correct me if I'm wrong. You're making cuts where you need to make cuts. You can see what's happened in Delhi in terms of at least the candidates that the BJP is picked. And on the other side, the Congress can't even move beyond a conversation where in the first CEC meet, you don't even have Rahul Gandhi.
See, Preeti, first of all, let me answer this question. Those who are imported from the Congress party to the BJP, what they bring on the table, that's the most important thing. I'll take the example of three: Jyotiraditya Scindia, Ashok Chauhan, and RPN Singh. Ashok Chauhan lost from Nanded. RPN Singh lost twice, 2014-2019 from Kushinagar. Jyotiraditya Scindia lost again in Guna. So if these are such tall leaders, why they were not winning elections? That itself is a story that BJP is trying to get those leaders who on the surface can't win their own elections. They need BJP to win elections. They needed Congress party when the Congress party was on the rise. Right. So in place of these three leaders, if the BJP had given tickets to their own cadre, that would have really strengthened their cadre at the ground level. Right. When you in Nanded, in Guna, and in Kushinagar.
Ashutosh, I need to close the bulletin, but a lot is also given to perception, sir. And perception in that might work, and this is actually a plus for the BJP if you reckon, because if they can win it on their own esteem.
If Guru Prakash has been given a Rajya Sabha ticket. See, the person like him who day in and day out are defending BJP from left, right and center.
All right.
He is denied.
Guru Prakash Paswan, at least. Okay, I'm going to close the show. I'll give you 10 seconds. You have Ashutosh. He said he would have been happier if you would have gotten a ticket than a Jyotiraditya Scindia from Guna.
No, Preeti, I think Ashutosh ji is a very senior person and we accept his blessings. But I think for me, I'm a simple Karyakarta and I'm sure the Bharatiya Janata Party leadership, there are more than 17 crore people and all of them would be catered to at a certain point in time. There is no point in being in a rush. I have full
All right,
30,
so
40 years of
aspirations are
politics in
there.
front
When
of me, Ashutosh ji.
when they'll
But
be
thank you so much
honored
for
is going to be up to the BJP. But thank you, all of you, for joining us. Appreciate it. I'm sure in days to come, these are conversations which are going to continue. By tomorrow morning, we'll have a fairer idea what the second list looks like, because both the meetings are going to go late into the night.